point of this video is not to demotivate you from your studies. If you're currently giving your exams, give it your best shot. You're making your own future easier for yourself. But in today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 truths about the Indian education system that neither your teachers nor your parents will ever tell you. They're real life skills, so if you've been a part of the Indian education system at any point in your life, I highly recommend that you watch this particular video till the end. Truth number 1. You're made to believe that marks really matter and marks will decide your future because your teachers tell you so. Your marks are only going to determine the initial ease in the initial phase of your career. For the rest of your career, it's down to your real world skills and the amount of work you put in. So why are marks such a big deal in the Indian education system? Firstly, understand the word institutionalization. Institutionalization happens to a human being when they spend most of their life under one single business or one single organization. Most teachers, tuition teachers, school teachers, coaches are all institutionalized, and it's not their fault. Their entire life is spent in a school. And that's why they give more importance to marks than the real world gives. Now, when a teacher is at the forefront of a class, when a teacher is giving a lecture, they'll always project marks like they're the most important thing in the world. And that's why a lot of students get affected by that thought process. That's called institutionalization. Realistically speaking, you only spend about 25% of your entire life in your studies, in school or college. So those marks will determine only that 25% of your life. After college, the rest of the 75% begins. Now, most teachers will tell you that in that 25% of your life, your marks are going to determine the rest of your life, the rest of that 75% of your life. But that's not true. Teachers believe so because their 75% is still spent in school. Even your teacher's performance is decided according to your marks. That's why usually teachers will put pressure on you to do well because their performance depends on it. Now, obviously, teachers have the best interests of their students in mind. They want their students to do well. But a lot of teachers might make you believe that that first 25% of your life's performance will determine the rest of your life, and that's not true at all. The rest of your life is determined by your real world skill set. Truth number 2. You're going to learn more from your friends than you'll ever learn from your teachers. Your teachers might teach you how to work hard, and if they're really good teachers, they might teach you ethics, they might teach you morals in life. But your friends are going to teach you the skills that are going to help you get ahead in your career. Realistically speaking, you're going to have one of 2 job profiles. Either you're going to work in some kind of business or some kind of corporate field, or you're going to have your own business. Now, in both those situations, your number 1 skill required is communication skills. How well you're able to talk to people, and more importantly, the clarity of your own thought. How well you're able to take your thoughts and throw them out into the real world. You know, the clarity of your thought and the confidence with which you talk to your best friend, you want to be able to do that with your employees, your teammates, your bosses, your clients, everyone in your life. Communication skills are your number 1 weapon that you learn from school. Skill number 2 that you pick up from your friends: teamwork, empathy, the ability to understand another person's perspective, one of the most crucial traits in life. Now, in life, you're only going to get so far if you choose to work alone. If you really want to make it big, if you want to build some kind of big business organization, or if you want to get ahead in your corporate career, it's all about how well you work with your friends. That's what you learn from school. Learn teamwork, work on group projects, learn how to work with other human beings, learn how other human beings' minds work, and your own career will benefit from it. Truth number 3, possibly the most shocking truth of all: the Indian education system may not be meant for you from a biological perspective. So let me explain. Everyone's brain is made up of 2 hemispheres, and each of those hemispheres is responsible for different daily activities and different kinds of thought processes. So depending on your genetics, you either fall into club 1, where the left-hand side of your brain is a lot stronger than the right-hand side of your brain. So if this is the case, you're possibly more logical, you're better at mathematics and problem solving, and you're possibly better at languages. You love working within a structure, and you'll be a fantastic corporate employee. And in most cases, the Indian education system does justice to this kind of person. But club 2 is where it gets a little bit interesting. People who have a stronger right-hand side hemisphere. They're more inclined towards creativity, towards art. They like thinking in free space. They're possibly better at visualization and physics as well. But if you're able to think in free space, that's the crucial point. That means you don't like working in a structured format. And the Indian education system is exactly that, a structured format. Two important people to take note of, Rabindranath Tagore and Yog Anand Paramhans. They both tried launching education institutions in India which were meant more for the right-hand side brained people. But that didn't work out so well. Now these institutes believe that every student is different. So the subjects taught as well as the kind of culture in these institutes was made both keeping left brain students in mind and right brain students in mind. The subjects were both artistic, creative, but also scientific and mathematical. There was something for everyone so that once you graduate from school, you'd get to pick any kind of career that you wanted and you would be kind of prepared for that career because of the education that you've got in that particular institute. For some strange reason, these institutes haven't lasted the test of time. They haven't been able to fight the test of time. What has happened is that educational institutes have come up in India where we focus a lot more on only the scientific and the logical side of things. That's fantastic for students who are more left brain, the ones who like logic, science, structures. But what about the students who are right brain? If you're someone who's more creative, more artistic, more entrepreneurial, you don't like working in structures, you may not be able to get along with your teachers, and that might be a telltale sign. Be careful about choosing a career. So after we've spoken about these three truths, what are the takeaways? Takeaway number one is that you can't really hack the education system. It's built the way it is, it's not going to change overnight. So instead of sulking about it, instead of saying, I'm right-brained, I don't want to study, study. Get past it. Get past that first 25% of your life. But very importantly, when you get done with that 25%, choose a job that will suit your strengths. If you feel like you're more right-brained, don't choose a corporate job, don't go for an MBA. Of course, if you're left-brained and you like working in structures, in systems, an MBA is the way to go, a corporate job is the way to go, logic is the way to go. Continue on the same structured path that you're on right now. But for the rest of us who are right-brained, entrepreneurship, artistic jobs, things like that, that's what you got to go for. I'd highly recommend that you go and check out something called the Myers-Briggs test. It's a psychology test that will teach you more about yourself, that will kind of help you with your career options. But the second huge takeaway I have for you guys is this. The one biggest thing I did in engineering college that helped me decide my own career was that I tried taking up different jobs. Try jobs in different fields, try corporate jobs, try entrepreneurship, try some kind of artistic jobs where you work on a film set. It'll help you choose a career for yourself. And trust me, there's nothing sadder than a person who spent 20 to 30 years of your life, especially in that 75% zone, on a job that they don't enjoy. The 75% of your life should be the best phase of your life, even if you've not enjoyed the first 25%. If your exams are on, keep studying, get marks. It'll make the initial phase of that 75% of your life much easier. But more importantly, be self-aware. Don't be influenced by what you've been told since you are a child. You aren't your marks. If you're successful in your studies or if you fail in your studies, it really doesn't matter. What matters is your hard work and your real life skills. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and make sure you subscribe to BeerBiceps. Anyway guys, until next time, from Ranveer and the team, we'll see you later.